I'm going to explain to you the law of polarity. And once you understand the law of polarity, you'll never struggle again in your external realm. You see, in the universal laws in the Kabbalion, the law of polarity states that everything that we can experience has an opposite spectrum: masculine, feminine, hot, cold, young, old, rich, poor. Everything has an opposite. And once you understand that everything has an opposite, then you know that you can switch the polarity, because everything is the same energy. It's just flipped. And what changes the energy is your focus and concentration. Where in the polarity, which side of the coin are you focusing on the most? Now let's talk about wealth. And I'm talking about wealth, not because I think that wealth is the most important thing in the world, but you can piece a piece of this information and apply it anywhere. It's universal. But I talk about wealth because I want you to have financial freedom. It's the most important thing, that you have a life that you're living on your terms. And I want to show you how I did it. I left my job, got fired, a couple years ago. Throughout the journey, I started my business, ran out of money multiple times, in and out of basically some of the lowest points in my life. Now, on the journey of creating my business, what I realized is in some of my lowest points, I was the richest I've ever been. You see, the thing with generating money is that the worst place to be in is not actually in the bottom. It's the middle. You see, I existed in the middle class. I grew up with immigrant parents that worked hard, and so I didn't struggle growing up, right? I wasn't rich, but I wasn't poor. I had just what I needed. I was in the middle. When I left the job force, I went from the middle to the bottom once I ran out of money after a year and X amount of months. I experienced actual poverty. I couldn't pay for things. I slept in my car. I would eat or not eat depending on if my Chipotle points stacked enough, right? I experienced what you would call being poor. Enough. Hated it, right? But what I realized was in that polarity, because I didn't experience poverty, I couldn't experience the opposite, wealth, being wealthy. I didn't experience any of those energies. I was in the middle. I was stuck in the middle. And so when I started my business, and this is why most businesses